Good to see you. Good to see everybody. We've all been adjusting to this quarantine. We've all been doing Zoom. We've probably been zoomed out. My grandmother, she's 91 years old, and she called this Zoom family meeting because my cousin, her name is Shawana, she recently came out of the closet. But to me, it was like a cupboard. It wasn't a closet because I grew up with her. I knew what she was doing my whole life. I knew what she was licking and sticking. That was my best friend. That was my wing woman. That was my girl. My grandmother told the family, she goes, I need everyone to log on to Zoom. We have a Zoom family meeting, and I need you to log on and only unmute yourself if you have something positive to say. So we log on to Zoom, and she goes, if you're not aware, your cousin Shawana, she just came out of the closet. She's now a thespian. And we need to support her in this family and make sure that she feels loved. And I had to unmute myself, and I said, Grandmother, that was very progressive, but the proper term is lesbian. She is not a thespian. She said, no, I think I got it right. She's a thespian because she was acting like she liked dick for 21 years. She could have told somebody. I done introduced all these boys in my neighborhood. She could have said something. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Jared Waters. Have a wonderful night.
I'm speeding. Is this good? I don't know.
Very
Tilt.
good. Yeah.
There we go. Interview 3, take 1, soft sticks. Good?
Yeah, perfect.
Cool.
Say something really offensive. That'll get canceled.
Yeah, that's a long road to
I'm just saying Nick Cannon was right. Anyways,
Alex, take 1 more.
Hey, everybody.
New York is grittier, right? It's faster. We need it harder and faster, quicker, you know?
New York ages you. You know, I'm 35, but in like real life years, I'm like 55.
I moved to New York about 2 years after I started comedy, but also like, you know, to try poverty, just, you know, throw myself out there, see what's going on.
In New York, you have a couple million people jammed into a tiny space, and that's a comedy club. You have to pack them in like sardines.
You cannot walk a block in Manhattan without running into a comedy show. It's exhausting, but it's great because it's like a 24-hour fitness here. You could just come in and work out really whenever you want.
New York is cool for comedy because everybody comes here. Everybody's humor can exist in New York. And I can't say that about anywhere else I've been.
Y'all don't know, as a black man, I didn't know I could go to therapy. I thought that was exclusively for white people. I thought it was a trade that happened back in the 40s. Like, I thought y'all got therapy and we got basketball. I thought that was the trade.
It's not unheard of for a comedian to do 5 spots, and that could be a Thursday night. So you're kind of bouncing around town.
And New York's nuts. Like getting up on one block in the East Village and then just boom, 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 like knocking my way through open mics, you know.
I was gassing it up. I would say getting on maybe like 16 or 17 times a week. Twice on Monday, 3 on Tuesday. Wednesday I could probably squeeze 3 in. And then Sundays, stringing like 5 shows.
I was doing like 3 or 4 shows a night. I had a really good routine going. Like I felt like things were like starting to kind of fall into place.
Doing comedy in New York, there's double and triple the funny people, double and triple the opportunities to see live comedy. So we all do struggle with cutting through.
There's what, 30,000 comics in New York. Everyone's trying to get these same spots.
I think one of the things that every comedian gets when doing comedy in New York City is, oh, I'm going against, you know, John Mayer, you know?
The whole city is people going to Broadway and comedy and music shows. So yeah, that's what I think is great about the New York comedy scene. It's all the people jammed together, jammed together. I'm about to cry because everything is gone.
Good afternoon. It is afternoon. We wanted to give you an update on the coronavirus. The numerical update today is we had 11 cases. What is going to happen is the number will continue to go up. These are the rules. No non-essential gatherings. When in public, social distancing at least 6 feet.
I was like, oh, this is weird. People are really stressed out about the flu. Like, what's happening?
Back then, it didn't seem as frightening as it is now, but I didn't think it was going to be as ridiculous as it is.
In New York, if you remember, for a fucking month, it was just silence. All you heard was sirens. It was silence and sirens. Yep. That was borderline traumatic.
That first week for me it felt like the world kind of fell out from underneath me.
There will be no more gatherings of 50 plus people. Theaters closing at 8 o'clock tonight. Any bar or restaurant closes at 8 o'clock tonight until further notice.
I produce the show, then as soon as I get there, I see this sign that says, oh, because of COVID, we're not happening.
Comics weren't comfortable, audience stopped coming, even on the weekends.
When everything shut down and all the shows were canceled, part of me was relieved. Because now it's like, hey, I could be lazy without the guilt. That went away about 2 weeks in.
A lot of shows were canceling back to back, so I was starting to get sad, like shit. I'm tired of all my shows canceling, I'm running out of money, this, that, and the third.
It's really unusual as a comedian to take a break from stand-up. We don't really do it. You don't just decide, 5 months, I'm not gonna tell jokes. You just don't do it. That's like career suicide.
Nobody can tell you when this is going to end. It is a situation that is one of the most disruptive, and it will change almost everything going forward.
Before, I would never brag about any of this because there is like etiquette where like, you don't talk about your successes and money, but like I was gonna support myself just doing stand-up and then it fucking tanked.
I think we all kind of felt, who are we? You know what I mean? It wasn't just stand-up's done. It's like, oh shit, now I gotta figure out who I am and stand-up on a whole, because that's normally the place where I go to vent. I can't do that, so we were just trying to find different ways to vent. We started calling each other. It really felt like an AA meeting situation.
Hello, my name is Maddie Smith, Maddysmith. Maddie Smith.
Nailed it.
Stand-up was like my main source of validation. And then once it was gone, I had to kind of like restructure my brain. I didn't have that nightly validation, and I was kind of depressed for a while because no one was laughing at me. First few weeks of quarantine, there was a lot of us in the bed, and that was it.
Yeah.
I think there was like a depression.
Yeah, we always in the bed. Yeah. And then I had trouble sleeping and I couldn't figure out why. And then my therapist was like, "What's your day like?" And I was like, "I spend it all in bed." And she's like, "That's why you can't sleep. You're always in the bed."
We were always in bed. So, I don't think they care about this as much.
Yeah, this part. It's a little too behind the curtain.
Yeah, now we're just in therapy. It was like the day everything shut down, someone started a virtual show. I was like, you couldn't give it like 2 weeks? I was like kind of mentally resistant at first.
We have a very funny comedian for you tonight. You've seen her on MTV and she performs all around the city. Please clap it up and give it up for Maddie Smith.
Hey! Oh my gosh, what's up guys? How we doing on this Tuesday night?
I did one Instagram live show. I'm alone in my apartment. And then I'm talking to a phone for 8 minutes and it's just silence.
We are telling jokes to red dots with names that are crazy. And so then we start to make jokes about the people's names and asking them to turn their cameras on. Like, "Hey Kelly, you sound like you have a good and nice foyer. Like, let's see your house."
You guys drink a lot around family? You know, you have to, right? Yeah. Jesse's like, hell yeah, you have to numb the pain, you know? Like, without any alcohol, I can't look my mom in the eyes, but 2 glasses of wine, I'm like, so what's sex with dad like? Tell me everything.
When you are in a situation where you do just even have a stage or anything, lighting as a barrier, it makes it easier to digest and it works that much better. When you're doing it where your like face is right into a camera, it's very intimate. Clutching your pearls, everyone's uncomfortable.
In the beginning, it was like, it's not the same, it's not the same. And okay, it's not, it's totally not. But that doesn't mean that you can't still like make the most of it.
After a couple shows, I was like, okay, I guess I'll do this for now. I majored in economics, so somewhere something went wrong. I decided I'm not gonna pay off my debt, but I would have sex with a guy if he paid off my student loans, right? Like, I would never sleep my way to the top, but I would for sure sleep my way to breaking even. Doesn't that sound great?
During the Zoom, we just like find those little moments and be like, that's hilarious. I did one Zoom and this lady fell asleep on a comic. But she was older, so we thought she was dead. The Zooms helped me take it less seriously. It's like, at the end of the day, you're a clown. You're telling jokes. Even if they're smart and witty and all this other shit, you're a clown. You're trying to make someone else's day a little bit better.
Thank you guys so much for being here.
Our club was going to like the very end. What Stand Up New York decided to do was Zoom shows. The Zoom shows were very supportive, and the comedy community really tried to support each other, but they're sad. They're just sad shows. And then outdoor shows started.
Before QED, Astoria did not have a dedicated performing arts space for comedy. Because I grew up so poor, it was really important to me that some poor kid can come in here and buy a ticket and not have to spend $50 just to see a show. Before the pandemic, the only debt that QED had was a loan to me. I had loaned QED money to open, and so I would just been paying myself back from my, my life savings. no big whoop. Yeah, I'm just losing my life here. That's okay. Comedy. Fucking nightmare. So finally, we're in phase 3, 4 for arts and entertainment, and part of the Open Restaurants initiative is that you can use outdoor spaces.
The Stand Up New York got pretty bored, and he just wanted comedy. That's what we wanted. So they decided, hey, let's do outdoor shows in front of our club. We had a truck, and then we put out chairs, and the comics were gonna be on the bed of that truck.
Pants are done, right? No? Okay. Is it hard to laugh with mask on? All right. That's gonna be different. Hello, bike people. It feels... Now I'm just gonna roast passerbyers. That feels great.
We had a whole roster of shows. They felt safe. The comedians who were doing them, they looked like they had just taken a snort of Coke. Just the adrenaline rush through them was really fun to see.
Paint the bibliothèque? The fact that they care so much about bibliothèques.
We made enough money to stanch the bleeding. I was like, you know what? This is by far not enough money to pay for everything, but it's enough to just get by.
The outdoor shows, it was going fine. It was interesting. And then somebody started getting heckled out of the building next to us.
You just give your pause to anybody when you're on vodka. You know that? You know how that is? You know, Sheba. Like that. Thank you so much. You like that, Joe? Thank you. You don't like my words? Very awful. She said my words are very awful. I know, that's what my mom says.
And that kind of started the decline of that show.
Mid-August, the State Liquor Authority revised their site to say, actually, you're not allowed to do any kind of arts and entertainment.
I've been very proud of my dad. My dad has been tipping delivery workers 50% with the credit card he gave me. He wants me to quarantine with him, my dad, but I don't want to accidentally kill him. I want to do it on purpose. Oh, this is scary. Great.
Then the cops came, they shut us down.
I'm done.
Guess what? We thank you from the bottom of our hearts for coming out tonight. That's the end of our show.
And we're like, okay, now what are we gonna do?
The New York Comedy Club owners mentioned trying to get club owners together. I was like, oh, yeah, I'm happy to be part of this and help spearhead it. So I whipped together a 5-page written proposal that spells out all our grievances, our plan for reopening, and to say, hey, what you guys are doing is really weird. It makes no sense. Hear us out. So we gave the proposal to the governor's office. Apparently it made its way through the food chain, and it was just waiting for the rubber stamp for Governor Cuomo. So about a week and a half goes by, and then Governor Cuomo gets on Long Island radio and says,
on the concerts and comedy clubs, you are going to the last tranche, if you will. And I hate to say this because everything's essential, but how essential is a comedy club when you're talking about a possible infection rate? Not to offend the people in the comedy club, and Lord knows we need to laugh. But those are the calibrations we're making.
when Cuomo got on the radio and made this remark about comedy, that was a signal to us that, yes, he got the proposal and he didn't care. And so we acted accordingly.
But we're holding this rally to ask Governor Cuomo to give live entertainment the same consideration that's been given to other industries. We're here to talk to the supervisor. We're demanding to speak to our supervisor.
I want to walk you through what everyday life is like for a comedy club owner right now. You know, we wake up in the morning, we check in with our staff to make sure that they're okay. We're making sure that they're getting their unemployment funds. We reach out to comedians to see if they're okay. We then look through our bank accounts, which are diminishing by the day. We're trying to figure out ways to make whatever minor loans we've received stretched as much as they possibly can.
Now, I understand, like, the arts might seem to be a little bit frivolous at the time. If stand-up comedy specifically, you know, we're kind of the cockroaches of the arts. But the thing about cockroaches is they're indestructible. If the idea was to ban stand-up comedy, the guidelines set forth by Governor Cuomo have been completely unsuccessful. There are comedy shows going on tonight in private homes, in backyards, in parking lots.
The press conference was the most successful press conference I've had in over 20 years of being in New York. Did not change one fucking thing.
Who would have thought me, you know what I mean? Me, teaching kindergarten. I love it. Sometimes they'll write my name. When I say write names, they'll see how I write my name on the board. And when they have their paper, they have my name up there. I was like, I didn't do this. My first set ever was when I was like 18, I did that one. And I'll rewatch that, and I'll rewatch stuff that I did in college, and I'll rewatch it and see how much the growth is. I write down every show that I've done. If it's okay, I put a smiley face, all right. Not so good, frowny face. If it was like a really good set that popped out. If it's a fire set, if it's a bomb, it's a bomb. You see that bomb? I did a roast battle, it was like really bad. I feel like performing all over again. Could have went home to Florida and hit the road again like everybody else, but it's something about being in New York City right now. Taking a while, man. How are you? Good? Good.
How y'all doing?
We're good. How are you?
How are you, man? Normal. I'm a comedian. The first time I met Jared Waters, I wasn't living in New York yet. I was visiting, and Jared was there. He was like, "Yeah, man, like, it's almost that time probably to move to New York after he saw my set, you know." And then we just clicked after that, you know. I had a girlfriend back home and everything. Jared convinced me to dump my girlfriend and move to New York. It was crazy. It was wild.
You ready to step on high time? Do it.
Wanted a rooftop show. Never did I think that it would be because of a pandemic that I would actually succeed. The first couple weeks before we started the show, I was out just flyering. The deli's now telling people about it. The hair salon wants flyers. You know, they really want us to be here and succeed.
Hey guys, how we doing? Yeah, give yourselves a round of applause for being here because we are outside and we really want to hear the sound. So if you at all feel like I want to giggle, just let it all out, okay?
Great deal.
We had all this equipment and I knew how to use it. And nobody was doing shows at that point. And so I said, hey Dan, if you want to try, we could do a show outdoors, socially distant. I remember asking Dan, it's like, am I crazy or stupid? Like, I can't tell if it's like, why is nobody else doing this?
So we'll start in a little bit, but thank you guys for being here. We're super excited. Oh yeah, thank you.
Surprising how fast it happened.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden you're like, oh man, this is like a big show now, and like the pressure's on.
Shit, which way did I go? Oh, into the secret garden? Alright, okay, no, but if you talk about it, you can talk on this over. No, you should have walked up to me. I definitely hate this.
I will say that there's so many shows popping up in a very, very interesting way because none of them are affiliated with clubs. So it's all DIY, like punk rock comedy.
No, everybody's
So now, okay, if you have a speaker and a microphone and a spot, you're now the biggest producer in New York City.
Hey man, yo, we got a comedy show back that way. What's up, man? How you doing? Hey man. Hey miss, how you doing? Hey, bring out of your we got a free comedy show over there at 8, okay? Okay. All right. Let's do some housekeeping.
This right here?
This right here is Andrew Cuomo slush fund. That's right. This money does not go to us. It goes to Sauce Night at the Cuomo House. Okay.
We had like 30, 40 people at that first show, and that night was a huge moment. It was like it's not dead. It was like a very nice New York moment.
Can you send me your location on your phone?
Where I go through training,
Let me call JJ and let him know.
You let him.
Stefan has good energy, right? He has so much hope in his eyes.
This is the hill, right? I can hear it. Sometimes I can just smell it in my blood.
Man, I like this guy. He's one of my favorite comedians. So get a little big laugh and a big hand for the one and only Jerry Waters.
I saw a comic put together a show in the park, and I DM'd them. They wrote me back like, hey, you want to stop by? Yes. They were so eager to do it.
Not gonna lie, man, I'm realizing we went through so much traumatic shit the last couple months. I just want to say, yo, congratulations, we made it. As a people, we survived trauma, yo, like for real. You know what I mean? Like the past couple months was crazy, man. Y'all remember when they gave us a bedtime for like 2 weeks? That shit was. I don't know if all y'all stayed in New York,
But that's what I love, yo. Like that shit feels so good. It's gotta be what addicts chase. Gotta be that same feeling. Like I'll do this wherever, whenever, right now. This is what I like to do.
It's so cool to see comics still doing their thing, even if it's outside.
Anyone else here poor white? Okay, the other comic, right? You guys are like, we're here because we like need to be, you know?
I found that like I'm getting an adrenaline rush now that I wasn't getting for months. And anxiety, but
yeah, no, definitely.
And it was fun for just watching comedy again. I think what it is going to do for a lot of comics, I think is going to build and make them a little bit stronger. And some people did well, some people didn't do well, and you felt the rust.
It feels like a fake drug for the real thing. It's 86% as good as comedy used to be, but there are a lot of small pieces that need to come together for an outdoor show to even be very good.
I've done some outdoor shows. It was like I got into a car accident and I couldn't remember how to walk. It was painful. I mean, it was like we all cried at the end. It was horrible.
When I'm in a comedy club, I'm sort of angry. Your back is literally against the wall and you're surrounded by 100 people. And so it's very angsty. Then there's like a park and it's just, there's squirrels and birds and like trees and then there's grass. When I go into the park, I'm like so relaxed and like loving. And it's all like nature, and I'm just like, can I be like a nature guy, like make people laugh?
The reason we do it in stand-up comedy clubs is because laughter reverberates through clubs, and you hear that and you can play off that. But outside, you can't see half the faces because half the people are in masks. The laughter just doesn't go anywhere.
The laughter is just getting sucked into a vacuum. A gust of wind comes by and heckles you, and then the J train comes by and heckles you.
You've got fireworks, you got kids, you got dogs, you got crackheads, you got butterflies, you got clouds, you got sun, you got rain. You got
say
winds,
trains?
you got trains, planes, automobiles,
Yeah.
you got, bird shit. You got, ooh. Is it bird shit? Oh my God!
You should always just be even a little nervous to get on stage because you don't know what's gonna happen. Somebody could tackle you off the stage.
Oh, you!
Coming in with the chair!
Oh my God, I don't want nobody. You bother me every fucking day.
Every day? This is the first time I've been up here. F my couches too?
Black meat?
I didn't say black.
What's a black meat?
You don't want to be black? Why? My culture is so great.
What?
No, you are black. You are black. Your socks are ugly. Your chair is ugly. And you can't curl 10 pounds. That's all you struggle with. Look at you flip it over. What you, no. Oh, I see you want to throw the black chair harder, right? I see you want to.
All right, I would love to talk about the bedside show that we shot with you guys.
Can I say that was easily our worst show?
We have had.
That was easily our worst show.
I think this.
We had a show, we had a headliner we were excited for, and these guys were having a birthday party literally above the show, and they were pumping music basically into the space that we were using.
And there's nothing we can do about it. it is a space where you cannot kick people out of it, you know?
Right.
It's a space where you can't be like, you, go out of here. It's not your property, you know?
The music is getting louder and sexier, guys. It's getting so sexy. This is just gonna turn into an orgy. That's what this is.
Yeah, the comics have not arrived, so I tell Dan, just toss me off, it'll buy us time. I was working on new material and I was like, I'm gonna recite this because it doesn't make a difference either way.
She's like, and why couldn't you sleep? And I was like, the pussy sounds. They came back. I don't know. She's like, Santiago, I think you might have an obsession. You need to broaden your horizons. You need to do different things with your life. I was like what? She's like, have you tried anal? Maybe anal. All right, nice. That got a huge rip. You couldn't hear it because of the music, but everyone was fucking bending over, firing guns and shit. I don't know. That's cool. A plane joining. Why not?
And then who?
Then it was Daniel after
Daniel
that.
Simonson, who's a very quiet comic.
Yeah. So I'm from Norway, so quite a ginger energy. My act is kind of based on silence, so I'm kind of screwed.
As soon as I showed up there, I mean, I could tell that the other comedians were a little flustered by the cookout next door.
She's so funny. Please keep it going for the hilarious Whitney Clark, everybody. Come on.
I didn't mind that. I had just finished doing the show. I was ready.
Yeah. What's up? How y'all feeling? Come on, make some noise. Come on, start clapping, start clapping, start clapping, start clapping, start clapping, start clapping. Any ass eaters in the building? By show of hands. Come on, raise your hand. You eat ass. Come on. Be yourself. It's okay. It's a park. Y'all so shy? Okay. Okay, all right, gang, gang. All right, I eat ass too. Gang, 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 gang. All right. See, we proud.
Whitney did good. I don't know if we can say this on camera. A lot of the black comics are very good at dealing with rough rooms, and they will tell you that. They'll be like, these white comics don't know how to fucking handle this. And they're right.
I was at this girl house, God bless her, and I'm enjoying the head, like, I'm enjoying the head. But like at her house, she got this damn dog that wouldn't leave my foot alone. So I'm trying to get rid of the dog, right? You know, but that was up in the head. Yo, when I tell you that dog won, yo, that dog started licking my foot. Oh! Oh! That shit felt so good. Is this a safe place? I could be myself? That shit felt so good. Oh, yo. The dog was getting in between the toes, y'all. Hello? 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 The dog was getting in between the toes. Yo, it turned into a threesome I didn't know I wanted. You understand?
And I find as a comedian, you control the room. So, I mean, honestly, it's like the audience will dance to your music. So if you're bothered by the noises or what's happening around you, then everyone else is going to be bothered by it.
Yo, my name is Whitney Chanel Clark. Give it up for your fucking host. Thank you for having me. Yeah!
Keep it going for Whitney Clark, everyone.
And then the last comic, Sam Morril, is saying, listen, I don't want to perform here, you got to move it. Dan asked the audience.
Yeah, I was like, you guys want to move?
Before.
You guys are cool with staying here and doing the rest of the show here? I'm gonna give you one more chance. I'm like your dad now. Baseball field? Here. All right, I got one move and I heard at least 3 don't be a pussies. So,
I told the guy you should move the show to the other side of the park. It was a big decision, I guess. He wasn't thrilled to do it. I said, you don't have to, but I'm not going to go on if you don't.
From what I'm running around trying to figure out how to solve this,
But I don't want to do stand-up right next to a boombox at like 10, you know? So you work for years to get to a place where the gigs get really good. I was really spoiled the last couple of years. I'd get to go up at the Comedy Cellar every night. The crowds are red hot. Go to New York Comedy Club. I could work on stuff. I go to any clubs in the city, and now been put into my Instagram stories. If you have a mic and an amp, I will show up. And I've literally shown up in people's homes and done comedy. And part of me is like, this is insane. This is mentally ill to do, but also, if you want to stay in shape comedically, you have to do it. And the only way to do it is to do it. Here we are at a show right now, outdoors. So.
Guys, we had a little talk with the rest of the comics. We need to move the show to right near the baseball field. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna all get up, we're gonna move the show, and then we're gonna start it again, all right? It's gonna take 5 minutes, all right? All right, let's get up, let's move.
We march 100 people across a field. The grass is wet, so nobody wants to sit on it. And then there's just 80 people lined up along the concrete in a row. We lose a half or a third of the crowd or something. All the equipment's in the grass. I'm afraid it's going to get fried, but I don't say anything.
Re-angling it?
At that point, there's no energy in the space. And half the people can't hear. It's like a faint whisper.
Guys, we got one more comic of the evening. He's great. You guys ready for the last comic? A little bit more noise than that. So funny, you know him from Comedy Central. Ladies and gentlemen, please keep it going for the very funny Sam Morril, everybody.
Hey, this is a weird time to be a comedian because there's two people fighting very hard for free speech. It's comedians and racists. I didn't think we'd be joining forces for a mission, but here we are.
And then I thought, well, yeah, this should be killing. This is honed. This has been through the ringer. It's kind of like, I'm like, yeah, it should be working.
But racism is free speech the way like a tomato is a fruit. Technically, but if you put it in a fruit salad, it is going to fuck up the rest of the fruit. So now I feel like some of you were actively trying not to laugh, but that's a pretty good joke. But
I'm trying to go through my mind and think about new material. I can't, there's already enough to focus on.
All right, fucking park comedy, man. I should have done it over there. I should have competed with the speakers. I won't be here too much longer, guys. I can tell most of you hate me. Bad dads are keeping me in the game. That's a weird feeling. No? Why not? It's trash? No, everywhere else is trash, though. We are in a park, so.
It's so hard to get heckled when it's not going well, because when you're bombing and someone yells out, you're trash, and you're just like, guess I gotta take that for a minute.
All right, thanks for listening, guys. I appreciate it.
Keep it going for Sam Morril. Make some fucking noise. All right. We take donations if you guys want to support us. That's pretty much it. We're not keep you here much longer. Thank you guys for moving. Thank you guys for coming to the show. Oh yeah, if you got cash, we got a bag. All right, that's it. Let's get one more round of applause for all the comics you guys saw and for yourselves. Thank you guys very much for sticking through it. Have a good night.
It was a disappointing show. It felt like a fucking fizzle.
I feel like I've gone backwards in time. I feel like those gigs, I was like, I paid my dues, I'm done with that. And now I'm kind of back there. And it's hard to write when all the gigs are unpredictable.
I mean, I don't want to downplay anyone or their art or whatever it is, but if comics went on before you and was able to do it and you're a headliner, you're a headliner. That's all I got to say about that.
I think some people feel this sense of that they've been downgraded. They feel like, I'm a stand-up comedian. Stand-up is meant to be in a club. Stand-up is meant to do this. It's supposed to be live.
Since it's sort of taken its modern day form, like in the 50s, comedy has enjoyed the benefits of this like relatively stable middle class America that had disposable income. Comedy forever was a bunch of straight white dudes talking to people from a straight white dude perspective. And there are some very funny straight white dudes, and that's great. Be your straight white dude self. But maybe you just have to be a little funnier now.
You have 5 guys named Steve on this show. How do 3 of them have the same flannel on? How do you compute it?
I'm a white dude, and it was obviously easier for me to get, booked on that shit. Like, obviously New York comedy was a lot more accepting for white dudes.
Coronavirus has been like weirdly like some kind of like an equalizer a little bit within the scene. Comics who are like on the road and at these clubs only essentially are on these outdoor shows with comics who like they're not regularly on lineups with. And that's just been a very interesting turn of events.
Having really big headliners on a park show, just sit there and watch 8 other comedians that they may have never ever heard of. Now we're equalized and we're at a park and there's no comedy club semantics.
It's cut out the petty bullshit. Everybody took a hit. Everyone's arguably going back to square one.
It's going back to see who really loves it. Take off these ranks and go back down to be all like, all right, let's go back to basic training. Let's go back to trying to make somebody laugh in the park again.
It takes you back to the roots of being like an entertainer. Like before it was this whole big spectacle of I'm a comedian, like on some comedian rock star shit. Anybody who was arrogant got humbled, and everybody who was already humble is doing fine.
Every comic is just like walking around with a speaker system now. It's awesome. It really is awesome.
Everyone has to hustle again. People who really want to get up, now we're just like, okay, welcome to my world. Thank you. Okay, now we're all outside now. Welcome to the swamp.
What does the swamp mean to me? When the comedy clubs are closed, what are you gonna do? Wait for them to open back up? You gotta put yourself on at all times.
You guys can hear me, right?
It's like being the Underground Railroad, you feel me? Like when you on stage, you feel like the Harriet Tubman of comedy. Like when they try to shut down comedy, but it rolls back up.
Do you guys like comedy? Nice. Give it up for you guys for being here on the corner of 31st Ave and 31st Street.
We gotta adapt. That's what we gotta do. We out here in the parks, we're out here in backyards, rooftops, heck, look. If you want it, we'll bring it to your funeral if that's what you want.
It's a swamp. There's not enough food. But the food that you do get, you gotta get a hold on to it.
The boys in the swamp, we're feeding each other. We're just trying to get everywhere. We're just trying to be everywhere. We just all want to eat.
I know everyone's laughing, you're just far away and I can't hear you. Hi, ma'am. Great leather jacket. Social distancing and sleeping with people is kind of the same if you think about it in 2020.
We'll support Julio. Or if Stefan's out there, we're supporting Stefan. Or if Jared's at a spot, it's probably the spot that we gave him.
We're swimming through the water. We're trying to get out here. I don't even know what I'm saying. I don't even know what I'm saying.
This is called a segue. This is when comedians have to take their set from one point to another.
I think prior to the pandemic, people that saw something in a comedy club that they didn't think was on the up and up, they felt a lot of fear to speak up because you get booked by your reputation. You get booked by people liking you. Comedy club could exist as a brick and mortar place, but without comedians, they don't have anything. So we are the mechanism that keeps it going.
There should be a genuine, aggressive effort put into making sure that a lot of the progress that has been made in the comedy scene over the past couple months with these indie shows being booked translates over to club and to people that do have the power.
I like to book comics that are underrepresented. I like to book comics who are super funny, but that maybe they're not on everybody's freaking flyer, you know?
Yeah.
It's another reason why I'm like running a show and helping like other Black producers produce their own shows, because it's not just me. I give my speaker to like 3 other Black comics, and I want everybody to have some type of producing power, know how to DIY it, and then see where it blows up.
I feel that comedy is a human form of a zoo. You know what I mean? You go, bring up the gay guy, bring up the black guy, bring up the Asian. Like, I think we all represent the groups that come behind us. And I think the reason why is because some people take what we say as jokes seriously.
I think it would be better if it was like, also Courtney Reynolds is getting his dreads, so I'm like, no, I can't. We're going to look at Sam again. I don't want to look at Sam.
You guys do not look the same.
I know that, but white people don't know that.
I mean, regardless.
I did a show, what was it, 2 weeks
I
ago?
can't believe people confuse you two.
Yeah, and this guy, he was like, how'd you change so quick? I'm like, I'm a different person. He goes, no. I'm like, yes.
He thought you guys changed outfits?
He thought I changed outfits. He didn't say I was Courtney, but
What
he was,
a dumbass.
I know. I was like, that's not me.
Who was it? Tell him on camera.
I don't know. He was just some drunk white guy. That's what it was.
I'm trying to be a better person. I want to be a better person. I think this is the best time to do it, right? People are going to protest. Have you guys gone to protest already? All the black people, cool. All right, no, I'm joking. There was one white person. I did. It was very weird because I went to a protest, right? We started in Union Square, and then we went to Washington Square Park, marching the whole way, right? And then after that, they go, and now we're going to the Brooklyn Bridge. And I was like, I'm not going to the Brooklyn Bridge. Like, look, I believe Black Lives Matter, but this black life lives uptown, okay? I don't go that way.
Hey, what's up, love? How are you, madam?
When will you guys perform?
Indoors? I got a show indoors. I got a show indoors Sunday. You know, still PGA shows, I call them. They only got one person of color on the show. It's called a PGA. I said it's not a diverse show, but a black or brown person is hosting the show. In the comedy scene, they'll say like New York comedy isn't diverse enough. You can see a show where it's like there's only one person of color, but he's the host. So our show, make sure we have over 3 women of color, all dudes of color. So we try to make it like a diverse show.
So we've seen a lot of people being more honest about the differences in how they're treated at the club, the differences in how they had to go about getting into the club. Is the brick and mortar part of comedy, is it part of systemic racism? Could it be affected by it? It can. It is, like most businesses are, especially the entertainment business.
In Minneapolis, fallout from the death of a man in police custody this week continues. A video that went viral shows a police officer pressing his knee into the neck of a man. The man was face down on the street, handcuffed. He repeatedly told the officer he could not breathe.
I can't breathe. I can't breathe. I can't breathe. I can't breathe. I can't breathe. I can't breathe. I can't breathe. I can't breathe.
Every fucking day there is a protest in New York. It's got to be at least 80 days in a row that there's been a protest here.
I almost got arrested at the protest. I almost got tackled at the protest by a cop. So it's like I've been in all of it, and I don't know, it's just different for me. So it's like, for me, like, it's all my news feed, it's all that. But like, I also see like friends who are like, the beach, you know what I mean? Like, it's...
As a black dude in America, it's never something that ever leaves your mind, because that's how you go through the world. So what's going on, you know, in the world in terms of like, you know, black men getting killed by the cops and this, that, and the third. I haven't gone a year in my lifetime where that hasn't been talked about. When you watch the news and you see another person that looks like you, they always feel like somebody close to you.
I was so numb to the police officers, like, as soon as I see a police, hat off, 10 to 2, take everything out of my pocket, everything else. There's been plenty of times I've been stopped, guns drawn.
I feel like comedy is my protest. I feel much more pressure now to keep going because I think that my voice is so important. A lot of my jokes have to do with being a black woman in America.
Me as a comedian, I try not to go so heavy. I will address it in certain instances because the world is still crazy. So the people listening to me, do your part to try to make it a little bit better.
So it's an art form of, yeah, you can tackle these issues, but it better be funny. But it's that first 10 minutes of just like, these jokes about, oh, this guy's a teacher. That's where the teaching stuff comes in. It's like, everybody relates to a teacher. Then at the end, I'm talking about what's it like being black in America. They can like listen a little bit.
Anybody going to the Black Lives Matter rally? Anybody went to one? Yes? There we go, good, man. I've been to a lot. I think I've been to too many. I even go when I'm tired, and I feel bad when I'm going when I'm tired, because sometimes I go just because there's free Gatorade and apples. That's the reason why I'm going, you know what I mean? So let me get these fruit for Black Lives, please. Thank you. Appreciate that.
But I think comedians starting their own shows on rooftops and in parks are challenging club owners. And if people have an incredible night and it's better than some comedy club where they paid $50 to sit outside, then you're really challenging them. You're really shaking up that business.
Now it's not a boys' club, and you have other people who look differently and fuck different people and talk differently.
I think comedy needed a shake-up. I think the bubble needed to burst. There's a lot of really talented, funny people that should be getting nods from the industry or from clubs that don't. And I hope that it does shake up the status quo.
What's up, New York City? Right here at the crossroads between Queens and Brooklyn. I'm caught between a rock and a hard place. Am I right? Which one do you think is the rock? Which one is the hard place? I don't know. They take turns. Yeah. It's sad to have a dream to be a comedian. It's not glamorous, I'll tell you that. Nice butt. Hello. How are you? We are in that in-between stage where we have a beanie and shorts on. That's nice. A little bit of both.
We knew winter was coming and we knew things were going to get shut down. I personally don't give a shit about any ordinances trying to stop live comedy. I'm going to go down kicking and screaming before they get me to shut my show down. Yeah.
Okay, this is. You now get to see what I do every day. So.
Don't burn yourself.
Oh, I know. I'm warning you. You may want to move the thing away because there is a. It gets. I put more in here than can fill because of what's about to happen. This is boiling hot water. This is I feel like a Russian steel worker.
I feel like there has to be a better way. Like,
yeah, you'd think, right?
This is the only time I would ever say something like this.
Why? What makes you think there would be a better way to do this?
You look like the black and white part of an infomercial.
I feel like Steganona. Is that?
When we figured out, like, hey, it's gonna get cold. We probably need drinks, and people are like, "We'll buy them." Or like, "Hey, what do you guys have? We'll buy it." We're like, "All right."
And then this is how you make a hot toddy. And then we got these Trejo's liquors.
There
It's
you
$1.35 each. We got a little deal.
Put it out.
They're usually $1.50 each. That's 15 cents profit per each one. We are money boys, baby.
Here you go.
We pay our rent off of tiny 50 milliliters of whiskey at a time.
I think it'll be a less of a blow at the end of the year when we have to go back inside or we can't do the outdoor stuff as much because at least now we're a little bit mentally prepared, but very much so living in the present moment bubble. And I'm like, for right now, I can get on stage.
We're doing what we can while we still can. And if, like, come November 4th, they're like, shut it down again. It's like, well, we had a dope summer. You know?
There's a bunch of places that are trying to do stuff inside now, and every place that is doing it in a loophole, right? Where they're just like, well, you know, like, oh, if we, one is like applying for like religious exemption status and stuff, and that's just, but it's just, at a certain point, it's just dangerous.
Yeah.
Like the rules are here because they're, because this is a serious situation. So I don't, we're doing these shows outside for a reason. We'd love to be doing them inside. Yes, 1,000%.
Yeah, but not until.
No.
So the big thing for us was like trying to find a heated outdoor venue. Yeah. And we did, but the only problem is it's in Woodside, Queens. So it's cool, but how, like, we were talking about last night, like, how many comics are we gonna get to come to Woodside? So that's kind of what we're doing right now, is like, one, trying to find a heated venue, but also as restaurants are opening up, if they're still having an outdoor spot, they're gonna have to have some type of heating of some sort. Yeah. So now it kind of opens up the floodgates of like what venues we can't choose from.
The outdoor shows, the Zoom shows, those are gonna go away. They'll be done by next year. I love the comedy community for doing it, but now's the time to prep yourself for the grind. Make sure you're writing something or have a script or have something, or doing videos, doing your own YouTube stuff.
It's not the fucking 80s where you just end up on whatever late night show of the time and then you're the biggest star in the world. You have to brand yourself and market yourself and put content out.
If anything, the pandemic has been a catalyst or has accelerated the shift that's been going on in comedy where online matters a lot more than in person.
There's some people who found success through other outlets that are more obviously sustainable through a pandemic. I had a little talk show going on YouTube for a while. Kind of sketches on YouTube, trying to build a following that I never had. Working on Instagram fame, Instagram comedy, YouTube fame, YouTube comedy. Once the pandemic hit, we were like, oh, we shouldn't have made fun of those people so much.
Hey guys, welcome to the comedy club. Yeah, we're walking, talking comedy club. You know, we got to do comedy outside now because the whole pandemic.
Now, if you go on auditions, they'll pick the person for the role who has more of a following.
We now have a lot of people who are really big on Instagram, like Tank, who's huge on Instagram, huge on social media. Well, we're giving him opportunities just because he has followers and can get people in our club.
Hopefully people start creating more content. I think that's what needs to happen anyway, just to make this field a little bit easier for us. Once people start seeing that we are building and we are making something, whether it's good or bad, it will be a niche, it will be a brand.
It's been incredible to watch this online scene just, you know, blossom.
I saw you just sent the intro to the podcast.
Yeah.
That's what you.
Yeah, I mean, you like how it's out for
That's what you do. I'm gonna listen to it. I want to listen to it and let you know.
Yeah, listen to it.
Podcast, one man, one tree in the hill. Say what up to the people. This is what I see black excellence, man. It's Dave Chappelle, Michael Che.
It's not hard for you to adjust, you know. And there's other comics that have become podcasters now. You know, I mean, there's other comics that realize that maybe they want to be sketch artists. This is the first time in a long time I could finally finish a pilot. I have nothing but time on my hands now. These are like pilots that I've written so far, spec scripts that I've written, trying to see if these are going to take off.
So for now, since a lot of institutions are done, definitely, I think comics have the leverage.
No one is really advancing right now, but advancing and being visible are two different things. A good chunk of people are being visible, and so then it's like when everything cuts back on, who stands out still?
I guess what's going to happen is next year clubs during the summer are going to have to deal with shows like us because we're getting like 50 to 90 people. Probably broke 100 at one point during one of the shows. And that's a free show that's in a park with comics that are honestly like club standard or above. And the shows are free and it's a free setting. So I think clubs next year are going to really have to consider how to deal with us.
What is up, everyone? How is everyone doing? Y'all good tonight? Woo! We gotta wake up. Y'all can do better than that. Guys, how are we doing right now? Yeah. We talk about this every week, but Mark Cube, since the beginning of the quarantine,
Is part of the tradition of stand-up comedy and the heart of stand-up comedy. But the overall sense that we need the clubs to be a working comic was always bullshit. As hard as it is, we have to adapt. Comedy clubs aren't going to go anywhere. They're just probably going to look quite different.
When I first started comedy, everyone was always like,
You gotta get past at the clubs. You gotta do this. You gotta do that.
and it's like, I don't know if that's always the best use of my time, hanging out at a club, trying to get up.
That perspective is so stale and truly not with the times. And like, it's interesting to see in like all of this, the gatekeepers are essentially not relevant at the moment.
Saying comedy club's dead is like saying, you know, live Broadway's dead. I feel like power never leaves. No matter what, someone will take the position. So sure, you can look at it and say, oh, comedy clubs might be dead. I don't think so.
Now, stand-up is different, but I don't think the form is gonna change. I think stand-up is gonna go right back to normal.
There's no new normal. I'm so sick of that phrase and pivoting. Yeah, I don't want to fucking pivot. I opened a comedy club and I don't want to fucking pivot. If a place like QED isn't operating, it's a tremendous loss for the economic ecosystem. For every $1 spent on a ticket at a comedy club, another $12 is spent in the neighborhood. All the effort and work that we had put into this place is over. And you hear about that all the time, especially in New York, where all of a sudden you just walk up to a venue and the doors are closed and there's a sign on the door and no more.
So I think there's going to be less shows, which means less spots, which means they're going to want shows with bigger names on them that will definitely make audiences want to come back. I think it'll be even more competitive than it was a year ago.
Oh man, my first time back at a club or a bar, I think I'm gonna be just as nervous as I was when I got on stage for the first time. Then this time it's not even gonna be about performing, it's gonna be about people. Oh, it's so close. It's gonna be nerve-wracking. I could wait, quite honestly. I could wait. Because clubs and bars in New York City is just so tight.
New York specifically is so fucked because you have a city designed to just jam people as close together as possible, and that's it. That's the whole city.
I'll magnify that. I think that the world is going to be very different when stuff goes inside, because right now the realities of like we can go outside is alleviating a lot of this pressure. I do not know what happens when we all go back inside. And I'm not just talking about with comedy. I'm talking about as New York.
I miss comedy clubs a lot. I miss eating the food and drinking the drinks. I miss bypassing the line, telling people that I'm not waiting for a ticket because they don't know that I'm the comedian, I'm on the show. I miss all aspects of being a comedian in a comedy club.
Here's one thing I know. You can't stop stand-up, and that's why we're filming this right now. And here's a thing I know even more. You can't fucking stop New York City.
A cousin, her name is Shawana. She just came out of the closet. But for me, it's not a closet, because I grew up with her. It is a cupboard. I knew exactly what she was doing my whole life. She was licking and sticking, and she was my wing woman. So we did everything together. And she told my grandmother, and I was so proud of my grandmother, because she told our family very progressively. She goes, everyone, mute yourselves. Only unmute yourself if you have something positive to say. If you're not aware, your cousin Shawana came out of the closet. She is now a thespian. And we need to support her in this family and make sure she feels loved. And I said, I was very progressive, but I'm going to unmute myself and say the proper term is lesbian. She is not a thespian. She said, no, I think I got it right. She's a thespian because she was acting like she did for 21 years. She could have told something. I introduced one of these boys at my job. She could have said something. All right, well, okay. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Jared Waters. You're Give it up for your host.
Give it up for Jared Waters, everybody.
Comedians now are going to realize that instead of me trying to go to this bar that runs all these shows, why don't I just go outside? Instead of me going all the way to McDougal Street, why don't I make my own McDougal Street? It's it. This is the glitch in the matrix. This is it. Neo got those keys and opened up these different doors. So I think all these different doors are going to open. And this is the future of stand-up comedy. My name is Jared Waters, and I'm signing out.
And
Yeah, keep that energy going. The next comedian is hilarious. Get loud. Put your hands together right now for George Hernandez.
Yay, yay. Welcome to the Comedy Corona Festival.
How you been? You been good? Oh, my brother, he just had his baby. He just had his baby. He just had a baby. Yeah, he just had a baby.
Attention everyone. Uptown C trains are on line express track.
I'll show you, look, he just had a baby. This is his daughter.
Traffic regions as a whole.
All right, cool breeze. My brother. Have a good one. I'm about to jump this thing.
Water, prayer.